This is a demonstration of the different ways that you can add fields to a pivot table using the Pivot Table Control Center. The first way is to check the checkbox next to a field's name. Here I will check the checkbox next to quantity, and quantity has been added to the pivot table. I will uncheck quantity, and quantity has been removed. In the Data Fields area, you can also add and remove all fields by right-clicking in the Data Fields area, and here I will select Hide All, and now Sales has been removed from the data area. I will then right-click again, and this time choose Show All, and now both fields have been added back to the data area. When you do that, all fields listed in the Data Fields box will be added to the data area. Same applies up in the Pivot Fields area. Here you can select an area, either row, column, page, or hidden. Here I'll select row, and then start checking checkboxes in the Pivot Fields area to add the fields to the selected area. Here I will check year, quarter, and month to add them to the row area. I can remove a field by unselecting it. You can also add and remove fields by double-clicking on the field. Here I will double-click on month to add month back into the pivot table row area. Another way that you can add fields into an area is to select the field, and then you can double-click on the area above. Here I'll double-click on column to move year into the columns area. If you want to move year above sales dollars and quantity, I will select year and then use the arrow buttons to move year above sales dollars and quantity. In the Pivot Fields area, you also have a right-click menu where you can select Show All or Hide All. Here I will select Show All, and all fields in the Pivot Fields box will be added to the page area. I will right-click again and choose Hide All, and all fields in the Pivot Fields area have been hidden and removed from the pivot table. That's an example of different ways that you can add and remove fields from a pivot table using the Pivot Table Control Center.